Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. All right, today we're going to take a look at the New York Times article on how big candy is angry with the cannabis industry. To help us do that, Katrina Glogowski, angel investor and attorney. Thanks for being back on the Talking Hedge.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, so we've kind of talked about this on the periphery. We did a podcast on Skittles. They just threw a Z in front of it and we're like, we're fine, we're good, that's all we got to do. It was actually one of the worst flowers that we have tested on a product review. And so in that, we talked about just kind of the laziness, whoever allowed that to happen. I mean, there's so many different people that allowed that, from the grower to the store to everyone. I'm surprised that the Liquor and Cannabis Board, the regulatory authority, didn't catch on that even faster. But it looks like Wrigley's and others are not waiting. And this is not from 2015. This is still going on. And it doesn't look like people are getting it. What's your opinion with this? Is it that there's new states and new people with the same old stupid ideas from 5 years ago and no due diligence?
I have no idea how a cannabis producer thought that they were going to get away with something like this. They obviously do not have a compliance department, and their lawyer needs to be fired because this is gross copyright, trademark, appealing to children. This is a gross offense here, Josh.
Yeah, and that's what Fox said, is that these THC edibles are mimicking candy flavors aimed at kids. I would say that the candy is aimed at kids. I'm not sure that, I mean, being 21 and older, it's just a blatant ripoff that's lazy. And I said the same thing, that whoever allowed this in Washington State, the business development rep or whoever, should be held accountable too, because you should have said no. You don't want to even get involved with that in your own brand. I think it's incredibly lazy. So yeah, the person at Mars, the candy bar company, said it was deeply disturbed. I'm not sure how you can be deeply disturbed, because I'm just like shocked that it's still happening, and how these companies either don't have their due diligence, they don't have legal counsel, they don't have somebody else outside of their snow globe, their small little bubble, to tell them that their idea is absolutely ludicrous. There's just, I don't know, not enough people in their group to tell them that this is a terrible idea.
For the people that are listening instead of watching this podcast, this is pretty egregious. You have side-by-side comparison of a bag of Skittles, and it says zombie Skittles with the little rainbow, taste the rainbow with, fruit flavorings. And then a company in California, instead of a rectangle package, has a square package called Zombie Skittles, the same exact color scheme, the same rainbow look. I mean, it is just blatant. And the Life Savers example, these are just, I mean, yeah, these companies need to be educated on basic copyright law. And this isn't necessarily a cannabis problem. It's a cannabis problem for the candy company, but this is just an industry problem. You cannot take somebody else's trademark. You cannot take somebody else's packaging and color scheme. It's just wrong. If you're doing this, fire your attorney, fire your compliance director, and fire your marketing director, because you're going to get sued.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So of course they bring in the fact that it's targeting kids. So they're going to talk about how there was 122 cases of exposure to THC for children under the age of 5 in Washington State for the first 9 months of 2020. Compare that to 85 cases for the same period in 2019. And
I'm even stunned that this happened in Washington, because Washington State bans candies. and bans attractive, colorful packaging for this exact issue. So how that even got to the shelf in Washington just really surprises me. But again, don't do it.
Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer. It's easy marketing, it's an easy gimmick, but it's also incredibly lazy, and yeah, it's ridiculous. So you're this isn't the legacy market, it's not the black market. So yes, stop pretending like you don't have accountability. Yeah, even more reason to have legal counsel, have somebody who can hold you financially accountable, all of those simple things that you should be doing that so often is missed in this industry. So I think that's enough ranting and raving for now on this ridiculous topic of complete blatant ripoffs. With that, I think we're going to roll this up. I want to thank my guest, Katrina Gogowski, angel investor and attorney. Thanks for your patience.
Thanks, Josh.
I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't. And I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.